I really feel like there's something between us.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know, some kind of electricity or something, you know? Like we're meant to be together.
Like something shocking?
Hey guys, welcome back to K&S Get Out. It's a beautiful spring day in fall.
Yes, it is.
No, it's winter.
It's winter.
I don't even know what the seasons are anymore. I can't tell.
Well, our seasons, we have every season every week.
Every season, every week, yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, it goes from cold to hot to...
Hot to cold to hot to cold.
all over the place.
You feel really short down there.
Honey, I am really short. Do you want me to just like stand up on my tiptoes? Here we go.
Well, I don't know. I may have been pointing this down at the ground. We're a little close to our road. We're up at the front of the property today. Our helpers aren't helping very much.
Our helpers are not helping very much.
In fact, he's causing a problem. Hey, let's stay this way, Nala. He doesn't need assistance in being encouraged to chase vehicles.
So this is an issue that we've dealt with for a little while. Mr. Hercules likes to chase cars when we are out here, and today we are a little bit close to the road and probably closer than we've ever let him be out here with us.
He just wants to tell him not to come up here.
That's true.
But it's annoying.
But it is annoying, yes.
That's not what this video is about today. That's just the joys of having a puppy and the experiences you have out in the country.
That's what we're dealing with.
Today, we're not doing anything.
That's not true.
Okay, that's not true. We're not doing anything you've seen us do in a while. We wanted to enjoy our land a little bit.
That is true.
Part of that, especially in preparedness for spring and summer, is kind of getting it cleaned up a little bit. As you guys know, insects are terrible out here.
Yeah.
Ticks, wasps, those are really the only two I care about. Well, we've already seen some spiders in the camper, but we're gonna clean up.
You told me about those.
Well, no, I just take care of them for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So today, we are going to light some things on fire. It's kind of been a weekend of lighting things on fire, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Kind of a cleanup weekend.
We've gotten a taste of spring, so we decided this would be perfect for taking care of some of the stuff that we cut up. You know, I have to mow this, and this hill is pretty stinking steep, and so we had a bunch of dead stuff and down stuff, and it just was kind of treacherous to get up there. So we've now trimmed the limbs so that I don't have to duck and try to go down the hill without flipping the mower. And we've just picked up everything down here.
I wonder if I can find that footage from last summer or spring whenever you were like trying to mow around all the thorns around that tree up there.
And I had to get over and do a little side saddle action.
It was cute.
Yeah. Yeah, this whole area, this was like so untouched and grown up. I mean, this stuff was up over our heads, thorns, blackberries, everything right here. And Shannon and I have spent, I don't know, countless hours cleaning it up. And this, I believe, is kind of our final piece for what we're planning on doing, at least along this side. That is our property right over there too. We want to leave that forested. We've got a trail up through there. We love it up there. but we just wanted to clean up the edge and make it a little bit easier to mow.
Well, and just make it look nicer.
Yeah. Well, and on the shed, I am now waiting on materials. So I thought, you know what, this weekend would be a great time for us to kind of get back to why we came out here. And we've got the tractor from retired Ralph's Rental Emporium back there. We brought the tractor down, kind of, you know, wanted to get it broken loose again. Got the four-wheeler out here, and it's just chainsaw and fire day. Oh, and hey, about Hercules, you guys answered. Every time we bring something to you, you are nothing but great about sending us articles, your own personal experience, and thank you so much. So here in a little bit, we're gonna kind of talk to you about what Shannon and I have
researched, discussed, decided.
All of those things about Mr. Hercules' pair. All right, so I think I'm gonna fire up the chainsaw, kind of consolidate some of this, and then let's light it on fire.
Sounds great. This is gonna make a good fire.
It is. You know, we were sitting out here last night and we had another fire going up by the electrical fence.
You can actually see it smoking right now.
Yeah, I threw a little bit of the scraps back on it. But you know, when we lived in the city, our lot was 1/4 of an acre and we had a fire pit that was about that big. We lit a real fire in a fire pit like that one time. That was enough. Killed some grass, way too smoky, it was awful. But we'd sit out there, that little gas fire pit amongst all the other houses around us, and just wasn't quite the same.
No,
so,
not the same at all. This is way better.
Yeah, that is the best entertainment you could absolutely have. And you literally don't have to do anything but just sit there and stare at it, enjoy it. We had a blast.
Well, I mean, you got to throw stuff on every so often.
Well, I mean, that's not work. I mean, that's the joy.
Well, no, that's not work.
It's something about that destructive, you know, you take a big pile like this, you light it on fire and it disappears.
Yeah.
Perfect. Are you ready to light this one?
I am.
Hercules,
hey, Herc, no.
Good boy,
Good
stay
boy.
here, bubs.
Good job. That was good.
Hey, he can't just let Nala be. And it may be the puppy in him, I don't know. It may be the guard dog in him. And if he keeps it up, then we're just gonna have to separate their time together a little better because he is driving her bonkers.
He's just licking her and in her
She's like,
face.
what are you doing? Hercules, look at all there is to do, buddy.
He's like, no, I want to hang out with Nola.
Dude. She doesn't wear perfume. She doesn't have candy flavor on her. There's no need for you to do that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, shake it off, honey. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm lighting this thing. We don't have a lot of cardboard in here, but hopefully it'll be enough.
I think that it's going to be dry enough. It's going to be okay.
That's my hope, and I'm on the side of the wind, so it should push through the pile. So what do you think about like chicken coop up here and just hope the chickens all go that way?
Man.
I'm sort of kidding.
That's quite the question.
I literally just wanted to ask one of the #1 questions that I think we hear a lot.
When we're gonna get chickens?
Yeah, like I want chickens. I want them real bad. My problem is it takes me 19 years to build a building, so I'm trying to keep my chicken coop nice and simple and functional, at least in my mind. And I don't know, I mean, I forget, like, depending on the age you get them, you gotta,
Yeah,
they're not just ready.
No, I haven't done enough research, to be completely honest.
I haven't either, so we're just gonna embarrass ourselves here.
We are. But I do know that they take a few months before they start laying, and I know that if you get them as chicks, it's better because you can train them to go into the coop at night, and evidently that's how you do free range.
Yeah.
But I don't really know much other than
I don't
that.
either. The dogs are being so good. Nala figured out if she takes him out there on the trails we've been on, then he just kind of follows her because he doesn't know where he's going.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, it keeps him from pestering me quite as much.
She's like, follow me, Herc.
So if we're just spitballing, you know, dream ideas, we absolutely want to see how much clearing these two goats provide. And as you guys, we've talked about and hinted toward, we're going to get a couple more goats. I know those two goats are not going to be able to maintain all of that by themselves. And we just want some extra personality in there for them because these two are so polar opposite as it is.
And can I just say, I don't think we're going to get baby goats. I know that that's like,
Not yet.
oh my gosh, you should have a baby. But we need a big enough goat that Mario can spar with because Luigi,
He's just not, I mean, because he was banded, the poor guy, as a wether, and because he has the same genetics as Mario, he won't be able to stand up to him. So I am Mario's primary target of playing like that, and that's not healthy because then...
because then he wants to do it with me.
He's going to make Shannon a play date. So I do play with him, but I don't let him take it too far. We have a good time, but...
Well, him and Luigi do play, just not as often as like him and Fox.
Well, yeah, not as, you know, he and Fox would haul off and slug each other.
Yeah.
They enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was playing.
But all that being said, we want to get a couple more goats in there. This over here, depending on how much they tear it up, you know, I don't want to deforest our entire piece of property.
No way.
So if we want to have Mario have a kid, then we need to be able to separate at one point because we know how his father treated the two of them.
Yeah.
And so do we build another goat and whatever over there and fill in the blank of other potential animals?
I don't know. I hadn't really thought about putting animals over there.
I don't know. Something about these two being able to be right here. And then if Mario gets a nanny pregnant and we move her over here, they could sit there and give each other googly eyes across the field.
Why do you feel like they need to be moved so far apart?
Well, I have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure Mario will continue to try to impregnate her, which is not something you want.
I know, but I just thought you put them in separate areas of a pen. I didn't think you had to like completely put them on opposite sides of the driveway.
I think it's in the homesteading handbook.
Oh, put them on opposite
sides
sides of the driveway.
Once one, yeah, if a buck impregnates a nanny, the nanny has to go on the other side of the driveway. Like, I think it's like the official rules, isn't it?
You see what I'm dealing with here?
This is how our planning conversations go. We just want you guys to know, believe it or not, we legitimately have absolutely no idea about most of the things we do and talk about out here until we're doing or talking about them.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. I don't know. I do know with him, now we've learned we need a station that we could isolate an animal or however many we need in the event they've got to, you know, undergo surgery or need some special attention.
Well, plus the other thing is people talked about isolating new animals so that they don't introduce anything.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sister?
Yeah, I knew
tell
she was going to be telling him soon.
Tell him. Yeah, look at the scary face.
He wants her to play so bad, and she's like, I'm tired, Herc. Don't you know how to just lay down and relax?
Hey, you can stand near her, but she doesn't need you to like clean her because you're doing the exact opposite, if that's what you think you're doing.
Is he getting y'all yucky?
Nala wants to tell everybody on the other side of the camera, this is why I'm not out here all the time, because I'm a princess. And I know what to do, and his puppiness annoys me.
This is my little protector princess.
So the bottom line is, you know, we have these planning discussions and then we have to research, and of course we've got to come to an agreement as to how many goats I get and how many whatever else
Not
animals
15.
they get. Yeah. So we're trying to decide, you know, I've already been bit by a tick once this year.
Yeah.
We've pulled a few off the dogs. Chad from Adler Farms, big brother, came in a premiere and mentioned that you can still get ticks in the wintertime, and he was correct. You got to get more in their zone, but we were definitely in it, and I got bit. That being said, we want the chickens to free range and kind of help with some of that if we can. And we're just gonna have to go season by season figuring out the best method.
That's why we live by the one day at a time, because we want chickens, but we're not prepared for them. Kind of like how we're not prepared for baby goats or really any other animals. I mean, we could
Well, we didn't wrap up preparedness for the goats until they were here, I feel like.
Well, yeah, because we just finished Goatville.
But it worked out.
Yeah. So anyway, one day at a time.
Yeah.
We will get more animals, goats and chickens and everything, but we have to have a place to put them. And I have started my garden planning. I am super excited about that. I know what kind of garden beds I'm gonna build, and I've been looking at a specific area, and I asked Kyle to kind of move some things around for me to clear it up. So that'll be coming soon too. I am super, super excited. I've kind of planned out what I want to grow.
So did you just
all together.
put it on me that I'm holding you up from moving stuff to get your garden going?
Huh.
Oh, okay, good. Never mind.
No, I started doing some cleanup work this weekend up there.
Oh, that was just what Hercules told me. I didn't hear it. But he wasn't listening very intently either. Miss Nala's about had it.
She's about ready. Yeah, she's
If you guys are new here, those of you that have been with us for a long time, you know this is Princess Nala. She's been in our lives for about a decade now, and she's a very good dog. She's just a city girl, gone country girl. So she's learning how to be out here, and
she does a great job of being out here.
She does, but Big Head here sometimes just doesn't play by the same rules Nala's used to. He says, I don't, the rules, what are you talking about?
What are rules?
But she does have a little bit of arthritis. She had an ACL torn back in the days, but since we've come out here, she has lost a ton of weight. She's gotten in great shape, and she loves to come out here and play with us. And yes, she gets to come out sometimes when he's not out here, and we walk the trails and go at the pace she wants to.
Yeah.
She's pretty stinking spoiled. I think that's an understatement. Personal space in Hercules.
He doesn't know what that is.
No. He thinks he's about the size of a chihuahua. It's a good boy. I love to see him panting a little bit like this.
Yeah, it means he's kind of wearing himself out.
Yeah.
These two have really gotten good at playing tug of war together. It's cute. He just really wants you to play with him, Mama Bear. You know what's crazy is I remember when we used to dream about the day that we'd be able to do this. Just to be able to come outside and start a fire whenever we wanted.
Yeah.
Burn whenever we wanted.
Oh, we did, I mean, before we even owned the land, you know, we hit up the seller and said, hey, you mind if we do a little bit of cleaning up so we can get up there and look at everything? And I think we started piling stuff and planning and dreaming then.
Oh yeah, well.
Like you said earlier, the one day at a time mentality, it's hard not to get, you know, overwhelmed and over rambunctious and just go, 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 go and want to keep moving and keep moving. But we both have experienced a little taste of, you know, borderline burnout. If you go too fast and you don't stop and enjoy it, you can go too much and it's less enjoyable that way.
Yeah.
So a lot of you guys, a lot of you have given us that advice to like slow down, take time to enjoy what you've done, and you could not be more correct.
Yeah.
So thanks for that advice.
We appreciate that.
And we will pass that along to anybody else who needs to hear it. It's okay sometimes to just enjoy it.
To just slow down.
Now we still sneak some work in even when we're enjoying it, but it's not work if you enjoy doing it, right?
That's exactly it.
Okay. Yeah, this is very good.
This is good for the soul.
Okay, well, I'm gonna consolidate this one more time, make sure we're good to leave it.
Do you guys see that? That is called snowdrop. And from what I understand, it's like one of the first plants to bloom after winter or something along those lines. I don't know all the details, but I thought that was a super cute plant. I hope more pop up, but we'll see. It's just in a completely random spot. So I didn't see that last year, so we'll see what happens with that. Wonder if he wants to go in and see his boys. Herc, do you want to go in and see your brothers? Hi, boys. Come on, Herc. That's a good boy.
Shannon.
Oh, look, he was hungry.
Hey, look. I got a new T-post.
Hey, good job.
That's the one that held an electric fence at one point in time right up at the top of the driveway. Watch out.
Hey, you.
Hey, it's
Let's not do that.
evening eating time, isn't it, boys?
Is it? Is it already that time?
Yeah. We haven't done an evening feeding yet, have we?
I don't know that we have.
You know what it looks like? It looks a lot like the morning feeding, only these gusses are a little less happy to see us, right? They have been down grazing in Goatville while we've been out there working. They did that last night too, which is awesome. They love being out there. They're still getting comfortable with being that far out if he's not out there with them. But they're doing a great job.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, Betty. Today, this one was in eating his hay, and I got this one to go out in Goatville with me. But me and Ouija had a little session. He let me love on him.
Ouija's super sweet. He'll let me love on him when it's just the two of us.
He's just so calm and so skittish, you know, because...
Can we just hang out?
The dominating one's here.
Yeah. Can we just hang out?
He's so handsome. Look at his little eyes.
Hey, let's not be rude. Is that good stuff, Herc?
So now that we're down in Goatville pretty much every day, and it's warming up a little bit, here, come over here and fake out. Get you started. Get you going. That's not for you, Bubba. You go eat your food. Go on. Here you go, Mario. Now that we're down in Goatville every single day, I'd say we've probably dropped grain about 15%, maybe almost 20.
Has it been that much?
Yeah, I try to. You know, this time of year, and I know Dad and I have talked about this I don't know how many times because he's in the same boat. Whoa. Hey, 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 hey. No, no. I know he eats your food. That doesn't mean you can eat his. We stop him. There's that. Oh,
It just comes down to Herc thinks he's becoming a goat and Mario thinks he's a dog.
Yeah, so does Ouija. Ouija will pick at Herc's food before Mario does.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't need grain, Goober. Oh, he's gonna squeeze behind me. He's like, I'm little. Hey, you've got food over there, buddy.
Yeah. You were just eating it a minute ago. Nope, nope, nope.
This happens. Hey.
Get out of there. Well, there's not much left.
So this is what we have to do for poor little Ouija, is help out just a little bit.
It gets a little bit crazy in here sometimes trying to make sure Luigi gets to eat.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stay right here, and you're just gonna hang out, okay? Goodness gracious.
Oh my.
Well, the problem is, we always got to put this up there and let Mario play his game.
Well, of course.
He's gotten that down to an art. He can make it fall into the pen. But the problem is, Ouija knows we're protecting him for his food.
Oh, and he just takes his sweet little time eating.
He slows down. If I back off and let them do it naturally, he goes a lot quicker.
Did you come to get some attention?
So what I was trying to say was, they're down about 15–20% less grain than they were, but I'm not gonna go much below that until we start getting fresh greens in. Because
Okay.
I mean, I see what they're eating down there. They're eating old dead leaves. There's some of those old berries, remember? But when that greens up a bit more and I know they're getting more nutrients from what they're grazing out there, then we can continue to kind of check the balance and make sure they're not extra hungry each day.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, why don't we go down into Goatville? Because you guys need to graze a bit. If we get you down there, can we work out here and you just hang like you did last night? Well, did you guys know that goats are like lightning fast? This is the coolest thing. I don't know what happened.
It's fun to watch them run.
The sun was going down last night, so it was getting kind of dark out, And the boys, all three of them, especially Herc, he started getting extra rambunctious, and he was just sprinting down here, and then all of a sudden it was a game. And the goats would take, you know, and they know how to miss and dodge vines and everything, and they can straight book it through Goatville.
Well,
Herc
and they've kind of figured
with it.
out their path along here, so they run along this log, and then they've got a certain path that they can take. And
I for one didn't know they could move so fast, and two, I didn't know they could also traverse so
they're
well.
like super nimble.
Yeah, he kept getting caught in vines and things, and they were like, shoot, 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 we know where our limbs are. It was awesome.
But I wanted to show you guys, there are some daffodils popping up over here, and I want to transplant these. And it's kind of twofold. One, well, hey buddy, I had a feeling you'd follow me. Are your brothers gonna come with you? No, you can't get in my face. Nope. Come on, let's keep going. So, all these daffodils over here, and I feel like they have multiplied this year. I spotted them last year, but I don't remember there being quite this many. Oh, here comes the next one. Well, come on, Luigi. Hey, buddy. Hi. So I plan on transplanting those because, one, you don't want goats to eat the blooms, from what I understand, because they could potentially be poisonous. But I need to find a place to transplant them first. I had an idea of a place, but my garden is going to go over there, which also means I'm going to have to transplant some of the irises that are over there. So I'm going to look around and see where the best place might be, because I don't really want to have to move them again.
Yeah, so I built this kind of teepee style so that everything could dry out. Because my favorite thing about fires like this is from yesterday's fire. I didn't have to light this. I just stir up those coals a little bit.
Yeah, I love that whenever we can just start throwing more and more things on there to keep it going.
Me too. It's like the most organic way to light, start, and burn a fire.
And I love fire.
I do too.
So
well,
just
a lot
being
of
able
this,
to do this.
a lot of this you just tossed over was down in those wet leaves.
Yeah.
So I built these little walls around it so that then we could smoke out the stuff up on top. We got a slight breeze. My hope is eventually it pushes that fire through and this whole thing just takes off.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Having a fire is just like one of my favorite things.
Yeah. Well, I'm really, really excited because this time last year, we're in middle of February.
Yeah.
This is right when we were clearing. We were demolishing the buildings,
Oh, yeah.
hauling that off, clearing the land up here, and we were still doing all the work to what we're seeing today.
Oh, yeah, because you hadn't even rented any of the brush cutters yet, or the mulchers, or whatever that thing was, that big.
That's a brush cutter.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
Anyway.
all of this over here,
Yeah.
where Herc and all of them live, all of that was just thick and we couldn't get back there. So I'm really excited to come into spring this year with all of that already done, and then we can kind of determine, our next moves as far as where our animal pens and things need to be. Oh, there goes my fire.
Good job. You're such a good fire builder.
Pyro.
Fire builder, pyro, whatever.
I think Dad gets a lot of credit for this. I was around so many fires growing up because my dad is the very same way. And his dad, my grandpa, was a firefighter.
Oh, really?
So I didn't know it, but as a child, I was being vetted for building fires, maintaining fires. Like down there, I dug up the dirt on the other side to make sure those leaves didn't.
Yeah.
And I take it for granted, but I think a lot of that comes from, I never met that grandpa, but Dad, I know.
Just passing that stuff down.
Oh, yeah. Dad's a pyro and a half. Pretty much my brothers and my dad and I, we could sit and stare and play with fire for hours.
I think that's why we get along so well. I love fire.
Yeah. I really feel like there's something between us.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know, some kind of electricity or something, like we're meant to be together.
Like something shocking?
It could be. Oh.
You're such a nerd.
Your sense of humor is, it's pathetic. Like it's total, I don't know.
You know what? I love it.
Well, you have to.
No, I get to.
Oh, okay. Well, guys, we love doing this. This is absolutely on the top 10 list of the reasons why we're out here. It's just so peaceful.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're gonna let this fire keep burning, and I must say, it's looking pretty good.
It is looking pretty good. You did a great job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for doing all the heavy lifting.
Hey, anytime. I gotta get my workouts in.
Well, guys, we're going to keep getting after it, get this all cleaned up, and enjoy ourselves. So,
Yeah.
as always, we love and appreciate you so much. Thank you very much for coming along on this journey with us, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.